Hey there everybody, how's it going? In this video I'm just gonna show you how to get started with Autohotkey and how to write some basic scripts using Autohotkey. Now first of all, obviously we've got to install Autohotkey on our computer. In order to do that, just navigate to autohotkey.com in your web browser and download the latest stable version of Autohotkey. I downloaded and installed it on my computer, so I'm not gonna show you the process of installation. But it's super easy, you just have to do a couple of steps and you will be good to go. Now, when you've installed Autohotkey, if you just scroll to your start menu and find Autohotkey folder, you'll see the Autohotkey application. After running this, well, this is not a workspace or anything to write codes in, but this is just a help file or an offline documentation, which is by the way great if you don't have access to internet in order to find helps and documentations. But how should you write Autohotkey scripts? Well, that's totally different. After installing Autohotkey, a new item is added to your context menu. So if you go somewhere in Windows, right click and go under New menu, you will find Autohotkey script in here. If you click on this, you'll see a new file created with the H icon of Autohotkey script and the format is .ahk, which is the short form of Autohotkey. If you just double click on this file, you won't be able to edit the script. Instead, you've got to right click and open that with any text editor that you have installed. I recommend using Notepad++ because, well, it is free, it's born for programming, and you can easily download and install the Autohotkey language for Notepad++ from the link down in the description below, so you will get all the syntax highlighting, auto-completion, and other stuff based on AHK. Whenever you create an Autohotkey script, you'll see some stuff on top. Well, these are just in order to set the working directory and things like that. An Autohotkey script can actually run without these, but it's always good to have them. So just ignore them and start your script couple of lines down below. So let's just get into some basic scripting. Let's say we want to see a message box containing the word hi when we press the key A. In this case, the key A is the trigger of a command, and the command is to show the message box containing hi. So in order to set a key as being a trigger for a command in Autohotkey, you should write that key's name and put 2 colons right next to that. If you are not sure what the name of the key is, just search Google for Autohotkey list of keys and you can find your key in the list. But if you are not connected to the internet, you can easily open the offline documentation mentioned earlier. After putting 2 colons right next to the trigger, you should write the command now, which in this case is to show the message box. The command for message box in Autohotkey is msgbox, and as you see, because I've got Autohotkey language turned on in my Notepad++, this text turns into blue, showing that the command is one of the known commands of Autohotkey. If I write, for example, message box, then it won't turn into blue, showing that it is not a defined command. So let's just get back to msgbox. Now we just have to put a comma right next to this command in order to define a parameter. The first parameter would be the text we want to show in the message box, so I'm just gonna type hi. Now I can just save the script using Ctrl S and double click on it to get it running. Now if I just check my taskbar tray area, you will see that there is a new Autohotkey script.ahk running. Now whenever I press A on my keyboard, I will see a message box with the name of the script showing hi. Okay, congratulations, till now we wrote our first script. So in order to exit an Autohotkey script, you just have to right click on the tray icon and hit exit. Now if I type A, you will see that it types A instead of showing a message box. First of all, let's just rename our script to something better. I'm just gonna close it in Notepad++ and then rename it to test.autohotkey and reopen it in Notepad++. Okay, now that we've seen how to set a trigger and set a command for that, such as showing a message box, let's now see how to map one key to another. So let's say we want F12 to type Q for us. Normally, if you just press F12 in Microsoft Word, you will see the Save As dialog, but we want F12 to type Q. So let's first set the trigger. The name of our trigger is F12 and we are gonna put 2 colons right next to it to make it a trigger. Now we just wanna use the send command to send a keystroke. After the word send, I'm just gonna put a comma to define the first parameter, and as you see, send turned into blue, meaning that this is a defined command. So I'm just gonna type in Q now. Let's just hit save on this script and get it running. Now if I just head over to Microsoft Word and press F12 on my keyboard, you will see Q being typed instead of the save as dialog. Okay, that was just an intro to Autohotkey and how to write basic script inside Autohotkey. Now, I'm not gonna show you commands and scripts that are useless in our course. Instead, you can just search the internet and train yourself. If you've enjoyed the video, please like it, leave your comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And goodbye.